We have all listened to many tales of courage and valor from our armies and freedom fighters. Each Independence Day and Republic Day, we unfurl our nation's flag, commemorating all those events where people of this sacred nation did not fear their lives but fought till their last breath with utmost courage and determination. But it is not that simple for us to understand their bravery, and it is entirely not possible to empathize or put ourselves in their shoes. Although the most we do is to honor them. We honor them through various methods, among which one are the Gallantry Awards. Soon after the independence, three gallantry awards, namely the Paramveer Chakra, the Mahavir Chakra, and the Veer Chakra, were announced, and later many more were added. Instituted on 26 January 1950, Paramveer Chakra is awarded for the most conspicuous bravery or some daring or preeminent act of valor or self-sacrifice in the presence of the enemy, whether on the land, at sea, or in the air. This decoration is awarded posthumously. It came into retrospective effect from 15th of August 1947. Here comes a story of such a great leadership, gallantry, and tenacious defense. Major Somnath Sharma, India's first recipient of Paramveer Chakra, a man without whom the Jammu and Kashmir would have forcibly been undertaken by Pakistan, a man without whom our neck wouldn't be as high as it is today, a man without whom we couldn't have had pride over our army's huge contribution towards our independence from colonialism and integration of our princely states, which were early dominated by some foreign forces or independently running a monarchy. After independence, when independent Kashmir chose not to be a part of any of the forming nations, the Pathans from Pakistan began infiltrating into the Kashmir, creating a large-scale mayhem. The then king of Kashmir pleaded India for help, and it was pacted with Kashmir becoming a part of India. Our armies were sent at Srinagar Air Base to rescue the state. Major Somnath Sharma, whose left hand was plastered, was ordered on a fighting patrol to Budgam in Kashmir Valley. He soon got heavily outnumbered of ammunition and soldiers, and he was ordered to keep the enemy engaged till the ammunitions were reaching. Otherwise, the enemy would have captured Srinagar and Indian army would have been ineffective. In simple words, the win would become extremely trivial. Each second of his life was a challenge now. He was aware that if not engaged for a considerable period of time, the infiltrators can reach and capture the Srinagar air base, and he knew that his company will not be able to stop the enemy for long. So it was a challenge for him to keep up his soldiers' willpower, and hence he was in the open battlefield, ignoring his own safety but boosting the morale and willpower of his soldiers. With extreme bravery, he kept rushing across the open ground to his sections, exposing himself to heavy and accurate fire to urge them to hold on. Keeping his nerve, he skillfully directed the fire of his sections into the ever-advancing enemy. He repeatedly exposed himself to the full fury of enemy fire. The fight continued like this for 5 hours. This was very precious time for Indian Army. Enough time to bring reinforcements into the field. Their ammunitions now finished. When they informed the brigade asked them to fall back. After getting the orders, Major Somnath went to another trench to help a soldier load his gun. And in the meantime, a mortar shell came and fell on an ammunition box. There was a big explosion, and along with Major Somnath, his orderly and junior commissioned officer lost their lives. Major Somnath motivates me to not leave the battlefield till the last breath, but to Cling on to the last ray of hope with full flamboyance, and not to fear, but acknowledge the fact that one might perish in a war, but the fear of death should not shake your determination towards the work. World is laid due to the power of hope. This becomes a reason to keep putting honest efforts incessantly and persevere in the most despondent times. His story also instills in me the necessity to contribute towards nation building. As he thought about the crucial time for the nation's integrity to be saved or to be looted, and he went with the last ray of hope, giving us 6 more hours and saving the state. He has set an example of courage and equalities seldom equaled in the history of Indian Army. And his last message to the brigade headquarters a few moments before he was killed was, "The enemy are only 50 yards from us. We are heavily outnumbered. We are under a devastating fire, but I shall not withdraw an inch, but will fight to the last man and the last round." Thank you.